The Al-Qaeda are a creation of whoever were there in Afghanistan. The Taliban came into being themselves because of whatever happenings were in Afghanistan, and they are continuing now. We need to control all that, but certainly Pakistan and I think the world and our region, India and Pakistan and the world, needs to cooperate to correct the situation in Afghanistan. I think Pakistan would any time be a part. We are already suffering. As I said, we are having the 4 facets of terrorism and extremism. We have suffered casualties. Our soldiers, about 100,000 soldiers are involved. About 1,500 soldiers have been killed. I mean, this is what we are facing. It's an irony if anyone thinks that we are not doing enough, or we are playing a double game while we are suffering casualties. I was playing a double game while people have been attacking me and they are after my own life. So I don't know. It's an irony that it is like that. If you ask the extremists in Pakistan, they think that I am totally a pro-West man. If you ask any Westerner, they think that I am playing a double game, that I am encouraging, like the question that was asked, that I've been on the side of the Taliban, the people who have been attacking me and trying to kill me. So where does one go? I really don't know. Then let's be very clear what is happening around in this region and in Pakistan to be able to address it and bring peace. It's a complicated issue. Yeah, there is militancy, as I said, there is a militancy in Al-Qaeda, in militant Taliban, and Talibanization in our settled districts, and extremism in our society. I have said that. And when we talk of extremism in our society, yes indeed, they tend to become terrorists from these groups. If you are looking for suicide bombers, the suicide bombers are either from inside the terrorists or inside the extremists who then are indoctrinated towards suicide bombing. So these things are happening and we need to see the causes and we need to address them.
Kali.
Good evening, General. Since you're not accepting any of the lucrative job offers that have been made to you today, I'd like you to share with all of us what it's like to live in Pakistan and not be in charge.
Sorry?
What it's like to live in Pakistan but not be in charge.
I think you're talking about me, of course. I think it's very good. I think the most difficult thing for a leader when you say you are in charge is to take decisions. Decision making is the most difficult thing, especially decision making under complex environment where there are pulls in different directions, where you have to balance maybe public opinion with other demands. Then decision making becomes very, very difficult. So while I was facing all this difficulty over the 8-9 years, now I read them in newspapers and I don't have to make any decisions. I'm totally relaxed. I'm very good. Others have to look after it, whether good or bad. So that way I would say that I am much more relaxed, and that is how I could come here and answer your questions without...
Okay, last question from your counterpart during the sensitive Kabul war, General Malik.
Last time we met was in Sri Lanka.
No, I didn't come there. It was my vice chief. Firstly, let me say that General, it's nice to see you in person and to be able to hear you today. Last time we spoke to each other over the video. when you addressed the same conference in 2005. Yeah. You know, you made a long statement, and then you also said, let's forget the past. I'm afraid there are many holes that can be picked in whatever you have said, but I'm not going to do that. All I can say is that it's not easy to forget the past, because one has to learn lessons from the past. And it's not correct really to completely forget about the past. Well, we've had 4 wars. I'm not going to go into details. And after every war, we've tried peace, just as you waged 1 war and then you tried peace also, and you're continuing. Good to see that. I come to the present situation, and I don't want to go into the past. The fact is, as people here have already brought out, that Pakistan today is facing serious security threat on its western border. In terms of Talibanization, a culture which you yourself disapprove and which seems to be spreading, and you said at one stage that why are you saying things against Pakistan army when we should be all thinking in terms of countering that terrorism. May I ask you that under the present circumstances, when you are busy, or you should be busy, in countering that terrorism on your western front, what can we do on the eastern front to be able to help you? That is one. And secondly, given the present situation, political, economic and security situation in Pakistan, we are all worried. A lot of people have already told you about it. One wonders how long will the civilian government last. So may I ask you directly, what are the chances of a military takeover? And secondly, what are the chances of your coming back with the help of the army?